Connor Bedard is the most anticipated prospect in hockey in a long time. He recently played as a 17-year-old for Team Canada in the U20 World Junior Championship. Let's break down one of his games from the tournament shift by shift. Okay, so this is the first shift of the game for Bedard. It starts off with an offensive zone draw, which turns into a board battle. Bedard gets the puck here, but isn't able to create enough space to really do anything with it, so it really remained as a board battle. Eventually the puck comes out and Canada dumps it back in. Puck gets rimmed around and goes back to the defenseman. Then Bedard makes a little area pass there to nobody and it turns into a turnover. I didn't really like that play. Then we have a long stretch pass here which turns into another mini board battle here. But eventually Bedard is going to pick up the loose puck and enters on a pretty promising zone entry, but he mishandles the puck and nothing comes of it. However, Canada does maintain possession in the offensive zone here for a little bit, but it isn't really quality possession time for the most part. And Czechia breaks the puck out, and Bedard gets caught way up ice on this rush against. This next shift starts in the offensive zone, but Czechia has the puck, which they are going to clear very quickly here. Canada very quickly, though, is going to dump it back in again. And there's a lot of this happening in this game, on this shift in particular, but especially in the game in general, I guess. Puck's going to come back out, and it's dumped back in. Then here, the puck is going to come back to the blue line, and Bedard's going to get a very dangerous tip right in front of the goal, which is easily the best part of the shift. Then he's going to attempt to dump the puck in here, but he kind of fans on it and goes off for a change. This shift starts in the neutral zone. Canada's going to dump the puck in again, but it comes right back out to no one's surprise. Czechia attempts to enter the zone, but it gets broken up. Canada attempts to enter the zone, and they mess it up themselves. They went offsides there. It was a delayed offsides. Then Czechia gets the puck in the Canadian zone a little bit here, but they never really have possession. Canada attempts a breakout, but it is broken up. Bedard had nothing to do with that. Then the puck comes down ice and Bedard gets caught way up ice on an aggressive forecheck, and Czechia actually does get a somewhat legitimate rush chance here, and Bedard is nowhere in a position to help defend it, which I really don't like. Czechia is going to be able to maintain the puck in the zone for a little bit of time there, but again, not really possession, and then Canada dumps it in and they go for a change. This shift starts with a rare defensive zone start for Bedard. Canada wins the faceoff and they clear the zone on a chip play. Then Czechia is going to attempt to re-enter the zone here, but they're going to go offsides. So we have the faceoff, which Czechia wins, and they dump the puck in. Bedard lets the puck go through his feet there, and it clears the zone, but it would have been a better play to just take the puck and attempt a zone breakout, in my opinion. Then the puck gets thrown down ice, but Czechia gets the puck, and once again, Bedard is caught way up ice here for a Czech rush chance, and this is the most dangerous of the game so far. Really not a fan of this from Bedard. This next shift is one of the easier ones in the game to analyze. It starts in the offensive zone with an offensive zone draw that Czechia wins and they clear the zone. Then Canada dumps the puck back in. It's not really a true dump in, but you know what I mean. Puck comes back out. Then it comes back in, and Bedard is here on a 2-on-1 chance, but that was a really, really good defensive play by the Czech defender there. Nothing Bedard did wrong on that play. Puck comes back down the ice, and eventually Canada's going to get the puck there, and Bedard goes in. The Czech player overcommits to that. Bedard gets in alone, and he scores. I'm going to show this goal again in slow motion. I don't think Bedard really did anything special here. He does score though, so, can't knock him too hard. If you guys are enjoying this video, please be sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel. That would really help me out. Thank you. Mullet reveal at 1,000 subs. This shift starts at center ice for a face-off, which Czechia wins, but they immediately ice the puck, which is going to give Canada a offensive zone draw. However, Czechia is going to win this one as well and immediately clear the puck. So the puck's in the neutral zone and Bedard gets it, but he gets pressured here and he makes a pretty bad play under pressure. Just this weak backhand pass that doesn't really go to anybody. I don't really care for that. And then the Canadians ice the puck themselves, giving Czechia an offensive zone draw, which they do win. And they get like this weak point shot through, but it doesn't get on net. It gets blocked and then it gets chipped out. So the play goes back down into the Czechia zone. And Bedard is here on the forecheck, but he doesn't really do anything on the forecheck, and then he gets caught up ice, which helps lead to this Czech rush chance. And you also notice that Bedard goes off for a change on a lot of these times where he gets caught up the ice. This shift starts in the defensive zone with a draw, which Canada wins. Bedard actually helps lead the breakout here, which is really nice to see, but as they enter the offensive zone, they turn it over, and it leads to a rush against by Team Czechia. If they were just a little bit quicker, that could have been a bit more dangerous. That being said, Team Czechia manages to keep the puck in the zone for a little bit here. They dribble it around the boards, but eventually they take a low danger shot on goal, and Canada is able to break it out again led by Bedard. Then he's on a 2-on-1 here, and he tries to do a deke instead of taking a simple move, and it leads to another low danger shot against. This shift starts in the neutral zone where Canada wins a face-off and Bedard actually gets it back to the defense there, and then they dump it in. He's then very aggressive on the forecheck yet again, putting pressure on the goalie, which perhaps helps them a little bit to keep the puck in the zone here a little bit longer, but Czechia is able to clear it relatively easily, and then it comes in, and this Czech player dangles one of the Canadian players, which creates a 2-on-1 down low, and that entire time Bedard is kind of just not back checking very hard at all. He's kind of just gliding in the defensive zone, which really helps make that happen, so really don't like to see that, but he is way up the ice here and ready for that rush. Alright, so this next shift is on the power play, and you're going to notice that Bedard isn't too involved. He's up near the left face-off dot at the moment. Actually, that's not correct. He was in the bumper position there. Team Canada was playing him at the bumper position for most of this game, except I believe for a bit in the last power play they got. This puck comes out of the zone there. Canada's going to re-entry and lose the puck again, and it comes back out, so they got to get reset. And as I said, Bedard isn't really going to be much of a factor on this power play, although Czechia did seem to be keying in on him throughout this game, especially on the power play. Perhaps they thought he was just a big threat, which he is. Here is actually his primary puck touch on this power play. Just simple pass. That one goes right through him. I'm not sure if that was actually meant for him or not. If he was, well, he didn't get it. But if he was kind of a decoy there, it was effective. And here, Logan Stankoven just fires it home. This next shift is also on the power play, and you'll notice we still have the entire third period left and 5 minutes of the second period. And I'm pretty sure Bedard is only going to get 2 more shifts at 5-on-5 in this game, and that just shows you kind of the game he had defensively and the level of trust he had with the coaches in a role like that when you're up big late in a game. That is very important. And again, Bedard isn't going to be a huge factor on this power play. I kind of think they were actually using him as a decoy. It seemed like they were just wanting to feed McTavish one-timers here, which, as you'll see later, or if you did see this game, you'll know, was pretty effective. Of course, on that first one, his stick blew up and the puck came out of the zone. But here, Bedard is actually going to be very useful in transition. He does a little kick move with his foot right there to keep the puck on sides. A very skilled move. It's the only type of move you'll notice from a prospect or any player in general just by watching them. One thing tracked data or analytics can't really show you. And here, McTavish and I believe that's Johnson are just going to go back and forth for the one-timer for the goal. So this is Bedard's final shift of the second period. It started with an offensive zone draw, which Canada lost, although the puck does come back into the zone very quickly here. Czechia is able to clear the zone though, and puck kind of just rattles back around a little bit, but Czechia does get a pretty decent scoring chance there that is broken up by one of Bedard's teammates, and they do take the puck all the way back for a rush chance 4, so there hasn't been too many of those, especially at 5-on-5 for Bedard, so that is nice to see. Although the play is just kind of opening up a bit here, which is not what you want when you're up by 4 in a game like this. Bedard's going to get the puck here behind the net, and this is going to be his most significant play on this shift. He's going to take it out in front of the net, turn and shoot, and I believe it just went high. He was looking for a deflection there. So this shift was a dump and change, so Bedard is just coming onto the ice as Czechia has the puck here. And Czechia is going to dump it in. Garand, the goalie, plays the puck there, and it comes back out. This is Bedard's most physical shift of the game, as Team Canada goes way offsides there for a delayed offside. You'll see that physicality at the tail end of his shift here. Eventually, the puck is going to go the other way. So there's a low danger shot there. That was actually one of Czechia's better looks at 5-on-5 in this game, which kind of tells you how this game was played. Anyways, Canada dumps the puck in there. And here comes Bedard with the big hit on the much bigger Czech player there. He's actually going to come back for the same player right here, and on that hit you could kind of tell that he is a much smaller player. This is Bedard's final shift of the game actually, and it is once again on the power play, so Canada there does win the face-off, and Bedard actually gets the puck and basically brings it back to the blue line. He's going to play primarily in a bumper position again on this power play, although he does intercept a solid clear attempt there. That's good positioning by him to pick up on that, but the puck does end up coming out of the zone as he gets pressured in a 2-on-1 situation there. So Canada is forced to re-enter, and Bedard is kind of an option, or he is an option to pass for the entry. But they don't use him. That is not his fault. Eventually, Bedard is going to go more towards the crease area, which will be somewhat relevant, in my opinion anyways. He is showing a little bit more puck retrieval than he has on some of the other power plays here. For example, right there, going into the corner to pick up that loose puck. And pretty quickly here, I believe. Yeah, he's a easy backdoor option there, in my opinion. Relatively easy backdoor option. But Johnson just decides to go rink wide to McTavish instead. Can't blame Bedard on that one. And this is going to be the end of the night for Bedard. What did you think of Bedard's game? It certainly wasn't his best game, and I did think the coaches were warranted in pretty much benching him in the third period. His line in general wasn't really playing very well, and at 5-on-5, Team Canada was outchanced with Bedard on the ice. That being said, Bedard is still the obvious first overall pick. I don't think he really got to show off his skills in this one, but even then he still scored. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a nice day.